Good morning, student. This is KK Bhatti. Dear students, today I am just teaching you chapter 8 in history of class 7, religious belief and popular movement. You know what is the meaning of belief? Faith. What is faith in religion? And to develop religion, there are many movements has been spread by the sages. That is why this lesson just here given as religious belief and popular movement. Dear students, in this lesson, there are many things we learned as the development of language, development of religious. You know well that King Akbar was a great ruler, but he was illiterate, uneducated. He was uneducated. The main theme is that a person who ruled over the nation without education, but that means having a lot of genius person to motivate and to give the righteous knowledge about the moments as well as the religion. Now see here the lesson. Medieval period of India, Indian history was marked by the fusions of numerous cultural history. Medieval history, which we learn, that is the specific time when there are many religious and spiritual movements was moved on. Along with emerge of religion teachers who emphasize intense devotion to God. People are just taught to show their respect, devotion toward the gods. As we saw in the earlier chapter, Hinduism assimilated many tribal groups into its fold. Now see here, new mythologies, cults and religions, ritual religion from the symbiotic relations between the Hindu and the tribal group led to the emergence of Puranic Hinduism. Puran, you know well that the Hinduism, which has been affected by uh, many other religions like Islam, has one many. In this difficult condition, there are many sages come forward to unite the people of Hinduism. They went to the tribal area and so on many. The Mahapurans, from which this strand of Hinduism derives its name, embody the various elements of Puranic Hinduism, the Bhakti movements of Puranic Hinduism. Among them, Bhakti movements, that is also called the Puranic Hinduism. The Bhakti movements and Sufism were the two other popular religion movements that gained in importance during this period. We call if Hindu, there is Bhakti, but in Islam there is Sufi. Both are the most important movements, popular movements, who spread to bind the people and give the devotion toward the God. That gain importance during the period. These new ideas affected the religion, ideologies, belief, rituals, cults of the Hinduism and Islam. This new belief just make the Hindu and Muslim both come together. The differences, both are trying to remove the differences among them. The Bhakti movements. Now we are going to talk the Bhakti movements. The student now see the term Bhakti derives from the Sanskrit word bhaj, refer to the devotion to the supreme entity with exceptional power or knowledge. Now you can now understand that Bhakti, that word, just come from the Sanskrit, which means bhaj, refer to devotion to the supreme entity, refer to the devotion to the God, refer to the devotion to the God. That is called Bhakti movement. Now, in this, with exceptional power to knowledge, any meditation between the worshippers and God by priest was included. The progressions of the bhakti ideologies by some as hymens and couples include the participation, religious equalities, and tribal ideas. In this moment, bhakti moments, there are many saints who came forward and through their songs, they try to motivate the people. They try to motivate the people to go on righteous path, to go on righteous path. They try to remove the differences from the communities. The origin of the bhakti movements can be tracked back to the Brahminical and Buddhist tradition of ancient India. These bhakti movements in ancient India, you can see that is referred and is preached by the Brahman and Buddhist. Ancient texts like the Upanishad, Vedas, Bhagavad Gita speak of devotion to one supreme God. The socio-economic milieu of the period led to the emergence of the Bhakti movement, the increase in demand for manufacturing goods result as so on menace. During this period, there are many books has been written by our great saints. As for example, Upanishad, Vedas, Bhagavad Gita. These are all books which tell us how to connect with God. You know in Bhagavad Gita, that is the spiritual word of Lord Krishna. And there are many things among them which you understand and know more about the universe, about the truth, and so on, many. In this way, you can understand. In the medieval time, there are many drawbacks in our societies, as casteism, untouchabilities. Those are the great problem to the development of the Hinduism. Now see here again that when we are talking and see the condition of medieval history, there are many abuses comes in the society of Hinduism. People divided in casteism, untouchability is in high rhythm, people hate to the other. That is why it's a very difficult situation to move on the Hinduism religion. In this condition, there are many movements has been done, and you can understand a name that is Adi Shankaracharya. Adi Shankaracharya born into the poor eight pieces Brahmin family in Kerala. He was born in Kerala. Shankaracharya is remembered as one of the first Hindu thinker who conducted a re-examination and reformation of the Vedic philosophy. As we know that Shankaracharya was the first Hindu thinker, philosopher, who just re-examines and reformation the knowledge of the Vedic philosophy. As a young boy, now see here, so you can see here that Shankaracharya, a Hindu thinker who conducted an examination in farmer of the Vedic philosophy as a young boy, he showed a high degree of scholarship by mastering the four Vedas. First, he collected the master degree in Vedas. His teaching laid stress on the significance of the Upanishad knowledge in the attainment to the of God, how to close to the God. His philosophy is also known as Vedanta. His philosophy is known as Vedanta because that is based on the Ved, that is based to the Ved. That is why his philosophy is known as the Vedanta. Now the second, he laid the foundation of four muds or monastic centers as Sringeri, Karnataka, Dwarka, Gujarat, Puri, Odisha, and Jyoti Mutt, Uttarakhand, with the aim of propagating his philosophy. Now the second is Ramanujan. That is the Vaishnav son. Ramanujan, born in Tamil Nadu in the 11th century, was one of key proponents of Bhakti philosophy. He believed in the equality of all human beings and spoke against the practice of forbidding lowest caste entry into temple. Ramanujan preaches the doctrine of Visist represents are qualified or says that is the soul, even when united with the Supreme God, remain distinct. You can say here that Ramanus also a type of son who just come with the words to raise his voice to stop the discriminations as well as disabilities. In this way, you understand these are the great saints as Adi Shankaracharya Ramanuja, who just understand the abuses among the societies. They try to reform the societies. For this, they do a lot of practice. Thanks and have a nice day.